I can do it in like a minute and a half. So here you go. All right, let's go. So here's my basic story. So I never wanted to be a priest. I actually planned on being a doctor, and I went to college for like pre-med, and I even took my MCAT, and I was like ready to go to medical school as I was like applying, and I got a good enough grade. But anyway, God said, I don't want you to be a doctor. And I was like, oh, well, crud. And then I discerned with my spiritual director at the time at Franciscan University, and he agreed. Like, it seemed like God was saying he didn't want me to be a doctor. But then I didn't know what I was supposed to do. So then I got into like research, and I got into medical ethics. I did a bunch of stuff. I ended up waiting 5 years before I entered seminary. But let me give you the backstory there just real quick, is that I went on like an 8-day retreat to try to discern what God wanted me to do. And God was like talking, and there was wonderful consolations, but he wouldn't tell me what he wanted me to do with my life. It drove me nuts. And he said it wasn't time. I had 5 years of desolation, and that stunk. But I will say this, especially now as a priest, it taught me how the reality that like love is not a feeling, that it is an act of the will. And so that I have to love even when I don't feel like my beloved is loving me. And so going to mass and trying to pray my rosary and like do these things like regularly, because that's love. I need to love him back who first loved me. And then eventually what happened is one night in the Adoration Chapel at St. Thomas More, my home parish, I was just tired. And I went in and I just put my head on the pew in front of me, and I said, like, God, I'm tired. And I don't know what you want from me. Like, I give up. And I just like smashed my head on the pew. And then I just heard, finally. And I was like, oh, what the? And then I looked around thinking like somebody was like messing with me. And then I realized like it's really only me and Jesus. So I was like, oh, well, even more so, what? And he's like, finally you gave up. Now you're ready to do what I want you to do. And I said, what's that? And he said, be my priest. And that's it.
You